The reason why I am so obsessed with analyzing my failures is because I can't stand the feeling of failing. But when I fail, I want to know exactly why. So, what do? We analyze it, we break it down. What went wrong? What could have gone better? And then I make sure that next time I'm in a situation like this, I don't feel like I'm doomed. Like there's no way I'm gonna get through this. I just feel like I have a much better idea of exactly where I messed up and how I can avoid messing up again. So, today I want to walk you through one of my biggest career mistakes that actually has been very helpful for me as I've continued to grow in my career. So, let's jump into it. Back in college, I was doing some research for my business. Now keep in mind, back then, I don't even think I had $1,000 in my bank account, but I still wanted to do market research for my business, right? Because I was all in. So I did what any broke college student would do, and I paid people to take surveys about their opinions on my business idea. And I'll never forget this one survey. This one person took it upon themselves to tell me everything that was wrong with my idea. All of these problems they found with my idea, most of them were valid. They also offered suggestions on how to improve the business model. I remember thinking, who is this person? How do I not know them? They clearly have more experience than me, and I should be paying them for their insight instead of the other way around. When I finished the interview, I sent them a thank you note, but I didn't follow up with them. I didn't have money to give them, so I kind of just let the whole thing slide. Looking back, that was one of my biggest career mistakes because this individual literally gave me free consulting that was worth tens of thousands of dollars. At the time, I didn't see it. I didn't realize that this person was giving me their time for free. I didn't capitalize on it. I will say this though. I did use the feedback from the survey to make my business better. That part of it I did well. I listened to the feedback. But what I didn't do was follow up with the people who gave me that feedback and try to build relationships with them, or at least acknowledge them further, and possibly work out some type of deal where I could pay them later down the line when I had more money. But here's the thing. After I realized what I had done, I started doing things differently. When I saw someone online talking about something that I knew they were an expert in, I reached out to them and I was willing to do whatever it took to work with them. It didn't matter if I had to go coffee to coffee to coffee trying to build relationships with people and show them that I was serious about learning. That's exactly what I did, and eventually it paid off. I got connected with some amazing mentors and I was able to learn things that helped me scale my businesses faster and faster each year. Fast forward to now. Now when someone reaches out to me saying they want advice, or they want to pick my brain, or they want to ask me questions, I'm always happy to help, and I think this is really important. There are two reasons that I think it's important. No. 1. Because everyone deserves a chance. I remember being in that same position where I didn't have any money, but I needed guidance. And I think that if someone had given me that guidance, I would have valued it much more than if someone had just given me money. Guidance and mentorship is priceless, especially if you have someone who's been in your shoes before. Their ability to guide you to places that you might not have known how to find on your own is huge. And the second reason that I think it is important to pay it forward is because you lines never forget the feeling of helping someone else succeed. There's nothing better than seeing someone else crush it, especially if you've had a small part in helping them get there. Now there are 3 caveats to what I just said. The first one is that if someone is reaching out to you and they asking for a lot of your time, you don't necessarily have to pay them. If someone is reaching out and they want to take up a ton of your time and they asking for a lot of your knowledge and your expertise, but they're not offering anything in return, that's kind of a red flag. You need to make sure that there is a quid pro quo here. You're getting something out of it and they're getting something out of it. So, if it seems like it's all one-sided, maybe don't do it. The second caveat I have is that if someone is reaching out to you and they're trying to sell you something, I probably wouldn't do it. If someone reaches out and they say, "Hey, I love your content. I am a social media manager and I can help you grow on Instagram. Probably pass. You know, if they're trying to sell you something, chances are it's not going to be a good relationship. You don't want to start a relationship off with someone where they're trying to sell you something right away, because that doesn't usually end in a good way. And the last caveat I have is someone reaches out and they just asking for free stuff. I would probably pass as well. I think it's fine to offer some basic advice here and there, but if they're asking for too much, I'd probably pass. You don't want to be taken advantage of. Now I want to hear from you. What's one of your biggest career mistakes that ended up being a blessing in disguise? Let me know in the comments below. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Alright, now let's talk about the main point of this video, which is seizing opportunities. Opportunities come in all shapes and sizes. Sometimes it's gonna be a big opportunity. You're gonna know it's a big opportunity. Other times it's gonna be small and you might not know it as an opportunity until long after the fact. This is why I always encourage people to say yes to as many things as possible when they early on in their careers. Try new things, get uncomfortable, do things that scare you, because you're never gonna know what could happen. You might meet someone who completely changes the trajectory of your career, or you might learn a skill that helps you excel in your current career path, or something might happen that makes you realize, you know what, this career path isn't for me, I need to switch to something else. All of these are valid outcomes that can come from putting yourself out there and trying new things. The worst thing you can ever do in life is look back with regret, because you never know what could have been. And this is why I don't regret not paying that person who gave me free consulting back in college, because while I couldn't afford to pay them at the time, I was able to pay it forward and help others later on. And that made me feel good. It made me feel like I was giving back. And it also made me feel like I wasn't wasting the advice that this person gave me. I was actually doing something with it. If there's one thing I could tell my younger self, it would be to stop worrying so much and just go for it. The world is full of opportunities and you never gonna know what could happen if you do and put yourself out there. So take a chance. Take a leap of faith. Do something that scares you today. As you guys know, I'm launching my course called Digital Marketing for Creatives on Monday. So I'm really excited about that. I hope you guys check it out. If you want to learn how to leverage the skills that you already have to make more money, then definitely check out the link in the description below. You can sign up for the waitlist. The price is gonna be going up on Monday, January. So make sure you check it out before then if you're interested. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you all and I will see you in the next video. Bye.